Well, what a beautiful day. Hello. Yeah, we're on another bimble, so it's a beautiful, beautiful day with, look at the skies. It's just stunning. Blue sky. And I'd forgotten that this place where I am is very popular with families. And today is, I'm assuming it's Easter break or something. There's loads of kids and lots of dogs, lots of people, so I stop filming every now and then, I expect. But we're in spring. We've got all the little babies coming up and what have you. It's all beautiful. Trees are turning green. It's all nice. So I've heard a saying, or at least I've read a saying on the internet over the years. I think I've read it again and again and again. And it is, quite simply, it's worth thinking about sometimes. But it says, when was the last time you did something for the first time? Okay, so when was the last time you did something for the first time? Well, it is worth thinking about because I think, Bode, I think it's important to do something for the first time every now and then if you can. It gives your brain a bit of a restart, puts you in a bit of a fresher mind, because we get very mundane, we get very samey in our lives, me included. If you look at my life, if you filmed me all day long on a Monday, then you film me all day long on a Wednesday, you film me all day long on a Friday, what difference would there be? Normally, very, very little, if anything. So when was the last time you did something for the first time? And I was thinking about that on the little drive over here. And I thought, God, yeah, when was the last time I did something for the first time? Well, there's many firsts, isn't there, that we do in life, obviously, all the big firsts and stuff, but just two or three sprung to mind. So when was the last time I did something for the first time? It was bloody years ago. I went to a place called Woolacombe in Devon, and I decided to go surfing. Not surfing as in, you know, I had to grow a ponytail and call everybody dude. Not that sort of, well, sort of like that. It was belly boarding, of all things. And no, it's not because I looked like a bloody beach whale. I was a bit thinner in them days. So I went belly boarding, I really enjoyed it. Well, I was knackered. I enjoyed it that much that I've never ever done it again. So you find that, don't you? With these firsts, there's a reason why they become the first and the last at the same time. So I was thinking, what else was the first that I did? Well, there are a number of different things really, but one of them was I went to I've had a meal out obviously in pubs and stuff, and apart from family, you're normally with 2 or 3 or 4 others, something like that. But I remember how this happened really. I was seeing someone at the time and she said, oh, I've got this meal to go to in somebody's great big plush house. Would you come with me? I really don't want to go on my own. And I said, nah, it's not for me, you know. Oh, go on. Anyway, she pestered me into it. Like a fool, I said, well, actually, I said, how many's going to be there? And she said, about 3 or 4. She lied. And I said, oh, okay. I don't do crowds of people. I just can't do that. I don't like numbers, you know. So I said, go on then. I said, I'm not keen, but go on. Anyway, it was 10 around this bloody great big table in this ridiculous sized house. And I think the guy was Martin or Michael. I got a feeling it may have been Michael. Yeah, I think so. And he was like the host, the boss or whatever you want to call it. And it was crap. I hated it. I think I must have hated every second of it, to be honest. And number one, the food was served hot and then it all went cold because never experienced this before, but rather than just getting on and bloody eating it, oh my god, he put a mouthful in and then he went So everybody stopped eating. I was looking around the table and they stopped eating and they waited for him and he went And then he always said, excuse me, and then he said, so tell me, how long did you work there? To someone round the table about their little pissy dead end job. And this woman said, I don't know, about 10 months. Oh, interesting. He said, now that's, and he folded his, he sort of folded his arms under his chin. Oh, no, that's interesting. 10 months, you say? 10 months? And she said, yeah. And he said, wow, that's quite some time really, isn't it? 10 months, And she said, yeah. And then he looked at some woman, I think that might have been his wife or whoever. He kept dragging her into it. And he said, 10 months? He said, 10 months? And she said, oh yeah, 10 months. And the woman said, yeah, 10 months. I thought, get on with it. What's this bloody conversation's going nowhere? And they was all stopped eating, letting the food go cold, listening to this 10 months, 10 months, 10 months, oh, 10 months. And he was going, oh, that's fascinating. That really is interesting. That's fascinating. That is. What was? 10 months? Somebody worked in the job for 10 months. How bloody interesting. But anyway, he was, it was fascinating to him. He was nearly pissing himself. Oh, that's fascinating. Oh, my God. Anyway, and then I took another mouthful of food and he sort of shot me a look because I was the only one eating. I thought, I'm not letting this go cold. And a couple of others started eating and then he took another mouthful. And he went, and they all stopped. And he went, excuse me. He said, so what made you leave your job? And I thought, oh, Christ almighty, man. Anyway, this woman said, well, it weren't really for me. Oh, fascinating, how interesting, he said. And she said, well, I found something better. Better, you say? Oh, wow. So he said, really, you could say that you were just there for remuneration purposes rather than for enjoyment. And I thought, bloody hell. So I said, I couldn't help it, but I said, to be honest, Bo, come. I said, the only reason why we go to work is for money. Nobody goes there because they enjoy it. If you did something you'd enjoy, you'd be laid on a beach, wouldn't you? And he went, how fascinating, how interesting, how fascinating. That's fascinating. Yeah, I'm sure. Anyway, I carried on eating. He shot me a look. Anyway, I felt a bit awkward and I stopped eating several times. And do you know what? It was cold. And that's how it went on. These bloody people talking about nothing. They're fascinating. Oh my God, oh my word, how fascinating. That's incredible. Wow, that's fascinating. 10 months. Oh, 10 months. 10 months, you say. Anyway, that was one of the times I did something for the first time. So that was the last time I did something it wasn't really the last time, but come on, Bode. So when was the last time that you did something for the first time? And if you're thinking about going for one of these big posh meals, one thing I guarantee, absolutely guarantee, is that you won't see me there. Guaranteed. Oh dear. So that's the belly boarding and the meal. But there's been other things. I mean, the big things in life, like when did you do something for the first time? When was the last time you did something for the first time? Oh, first time you get married or lose your virginity or have a child or go to work, leave school, I don't know, whatever. Start or end uni. Come on. Get a dog. Tell your dog to stop licking whatever. So there's lots of firsts, isn't there? And as I say, there's a reason why those firsts become the last. But I think more interesting than trying to work out when was the last time you did something for the first time, which is a good thing to do. It's a good thing to think of, but it's a good thing to physically actually do. So rather than that, I think, when was the last time you did something for yourself? Because we put others first and foremost, don't we? A lot. We do things for other people, make sure other people are happy. You know, if you're going to, Bode, come on love, if you're going to buy something, you buy it for other people. If you're going to treat somebody, you treat other people. You know, you do things for other people. So when was the last time you did something just for you? Just for you. When was the last time you put yourself first, 100% first? And you said, come on love, you went out for a pub meal on your own. You bought them shoes. You frittered away some money by, I don't know, doing whatever. Jumping in an Uber, safe driving. You jumped in an Uber and you went down the beach and you had a walk for a few hours. On your own. You sat and had fish and chips. Watched the sunset. Got the train back home. Whatever. When was the last time you did something just for you? Didn't involve anybody else, it was just for you. Did you treat yourself to, Bodie, stop, a new laptop, a new television? Did you design a tattoo and go and get it done? Because I think we have one short life and we've got to live it, and we've got to do these frivolous kind of things, you know. Buy a piece of art off of Issue Art, buy a book. When was the last time you did something like that, just for you? I've had people buy my books, and especially my poetry book, the 100 Poems, for other people. And they've said that again and again and again. I bought this for my sister, I bought this for my auntie, I bought this for my neighbour, I bought this for my carer, somebody says. I bought this for somebody who lives in New Zealand, who I used to work with, this woman said, years and years ago, and she's always meant the world to me, and I haven't seen her for 10 years. So I bought her this book. So when was the last time you did anything for you, something for you? And not just this is for me, this bimble is for me. My massages are for me. My takeaway, well, it's for me and Bodes, but we're one entity, aren't we? Hey Bode, 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 hello, are you having a laugh? So a couple of questions there really. When was the last time you did something for the first time? And when was the last time you did something just for you? Just for you. And that second one is probably easier than the first, and that second one you need to do more and more and more often, I think. There's no point in having money in the bank doing nothing when you could, I don't know, do something. I've been buying some CD box sets lately, been really getting into them, and it's not even the purchasing of them or the receiving of them, or I suppose it is the playing really. I'm loving my music, I definitely love my music, but you know, it's like the research and stuff like that, and I'm thinking, wow, I didn't know they wrote that song, I didn't know they covered that, I didn't know, you know, because in a box set you often get some rarities and some lives and some unusual tracks and things. But yeah, it doesn't have to be anything major. It can just be buying some new music or whatever. And I think it's important that we do things like this because life can be very samey, very mundane. You know, if you're going to work, then you get up at about the same time every day and you do the same routine. You have a shower, you have a shit, you have a shave, you do whatever you're doing. You might have porridge every day or a cup of tea, I don't know. Or a fag as you leave the house. Whatever. You might drive the same way to work. You might see the same people and say the same things. Hello, did you have a nice evening? Hello, did you have a nice weekend? Hello. And you're not even listening to the answer. They're not listening to your answer. They couldn't care less. So, life can be samey. And if you're not at work, you know, just sit and watch telly, or you do the washing, or run the Hoover round. Just sit and watch YouTube, or what do you do? Well, a lot of life is the same, isn't it, for all of us? It's just the nature of how things are. So yeah, try and do something different in your life if you can, every now and then. So again, when was the first time that you did... when was the last time that you did something for the first time? If you can remember that. And when did you do something just for you? Just for you, not for the family, not for your friends, not for somebody, not treating somebody. When did you treat you? When did you do something for you? Blue skies. Hello, is that my dog? Come on, this way. There we go. Okay. Gonna make a move and just enjoy our bimble. I managed to walk around the side of all these woods, avoiding the people, which is lovely. Back towards the car, there's lots of screaming. You know, kids scream a lot, don't they, when they're happy, and you can hear that. And not that I dislike it, I just don't get involved really in a lot of people, and that's not why we come out on a bimble. We come out to experience this. And this I call bliss. So we come out to experience bliss, which I have today. So anyway, if you can get outside, you know it's good for you. But if not, enjoy your day thinking about those two little questions. And if you've got an answer or something, pop it in the comments underneath. Or if you want to keep it to yourself, then that's fine. Okay, we'll be back another day, no doubt. Take it easy and be well.